18 News begins with a forecast first from the 18 Storm Team.
Well, good afternoon to you. I'm live outside of our studio in a very snowy and a very cloudy downtown Elmira. Just a few moments ago, I actually measured one inch of snowfall just outside of our studio, right outside the parking lot. But as we head into the afternoon, we're actually going to continue to feature moderate snow showers at times. Still keep in mind that winter weather advisory is in place for the entire viewing area, even for areas off to the east, north, and west. This is in effect until early Thursday morning, as we can expect moderate to even potential heavy snowfall heading into the evening hours. Satellite radar showing a lot of that moisture still tracking in from the north and west. This is actually a clipper system, so it's basically a pretty fast moving low pressure system building in from Canada. As we take a look a bit closer to home, you can see it's impacting the entire viewing area at the moment. Even it's helping our winds pick up as well and keeping our temperatures well below normal. Visibility is very limited out here this afternoon, only seeing up to 1 mile for us here in downtown Elmira, along with Corning, 2 up in Spencer, and 1 up at Watkins Glen. So if you plan on traveling for today, really wouldn't recommend it. Today's a great day to stay inside, but you might need to use some extra caution when hitting the roads this afternoon. Temperatures right now sitting in the upper teens to low 20s, finally hugging that 20-degree mark for us here in downtown Elmira. 18 degrees currently as you head eastward over towards Spencer. Taking you throughout the next couple of hours, temperatures will slowly top out in the mid to upper 20s as we head into this evening, barely grazing that 30-degree mark, and temperatures actually look to plummet as we head overnight. We're going to be dropping near the upper teens to low 20s as we head into your Thursday morning. But I am tracking some sunshine that's going to be on the horizon as we head into your day tomorrow. More on what else we can expect. I'll have additional details on how much snowfall we're going to see in just a few minutes. 18 News at noon starts right now.
Now on 18 News.
Snow continues to fall throughout the Twin Tiers this afternoon. We'll have a live look at current conditions and more on what you can expect throughout the day. And 3 people are dead after a train crash in New York. What authorities are saying about the investigation. Plus, the latest from Washington as President Trump's former lawyer takes the stand.
Live from your local news leader, this is 18 News at noon.
Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Samantha Lance. Winter weather continues to ravage parts of the country this afternoon. In some areas, the consequences have been deadly. A man in Wisconsin was killed Tuesday afternoon after he was struck by a snow removal truck. The driver of that truck works for the city of Encanto. Officials believe the victim was walking along the street when he was hit. The driver was at the end of his shift and returning the snow loader back to the shop. The city's administrator says her thoughts are with the victim.
It's extremely tragic. We've never had anything happen like this before with the city employee. Of course, we're all saddened for the loss of for the family.
A blood alcohol test taken by the driver after the incident came back negative. State police are handling the investigation since a city employee is involved. And in Idaho, about a dozen semi-truck drivers have been stranded on the highway for more than 24 hours. It looks like they could be stuck there for a while. This portion of the highway has been closed since Sunday due to heavy snow and wind. Some of the drivers are out of food and fuel. The Idaho Transportation Department says the earliest it can get the semi-truck drivers out of there is tomorrow, and there is more snow expected with another storm on the way. Back here at home in the Twin Tiers, dealing with some snowy weather, but thankfully nothing that severe. Meteorologist Dylan DeBruin is live outside our studio in downtown Elmira with a look at current conditions and what we can expect throughout the rest of the day. Dylan?
Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, we are dealing with some of this moderate snow out here right now, some of it actually accumulating on myself, but otherwise our road conditions on made roads looking okay right now. Some light accumulation there, but sidewalks are untreated across most of the area, and some of those side roads may be a little slippery as we head through the afternoon hours as we continue to watch this snowfall. But Stevie Daniels actually just measured how much snow we had earlier on before the show, just around an inch outside our studio in downtown Elmira, and we're going to continue to track this system and this snowfall. Now, we are in New York, we're used to the snow, so Stevie Daniels will have more on how much snow we can expect in our full forecast coming up in just a bit. But for now, reporting live outside our studio in downtown Elmira, Dylan DeBruin, 18 News.
New York police say 3 people were killed when 2 trains traveling opposite directions collided with a vehicle. The fatal incident occurred around 7:30 Eastern in the town of Westbury. On New York's Long Island, witnesses say the driver of a vehicle tried to beat the crossing gates that had been lowered with flashing lights. An eastbound train carrying about 100 passengers collided with the vehicle before slamming into a westbound train with about 800 passengers.
The gates were down, the lights were flashing. We've confirmed that they were functioning. Witnesses have said that the vehicle went around the gates, at which point the train that was leaving, heading eastbound, and the vehicle collided. At that point, my understanding is then a westbound train traveling towards Westbury Station then impacted with the vehicle.
The impact killed all 3 people inside that vehicle. Officials say 7 train passengers, including an engineer and conductor, were taken to the hospital. A tragic accident back in November claimed the life of Sergeant Jeremy Van Onstrad as he was heading to work. The accident happened near the Fonda Trooper Station on Route 5S in the town of Glen. 2 lawmakers, Assemblyman Angelo Santabarbara and Senator George Admire, had put forth legislation to rename the section of the highway in front of the Trooper Station. The new name will be the Sergeant Jeremy J. Van Onstrad Memorial Highway. The New York Governor's Office announcing a proposal to keep the school tax relief programs free from fraud and abuse. The proposal would hold individuals who knowingly provide false information on STAR applications accountable by enacting a 6-year ban on STAR benefit eligibility. The governor's office says the proposal would also allow for the state to seek repayment in cases where a STAR check is inadvertently sent to someone whose primary residence was already receiving a STAR exemption for the same year. The STAR program provides $3.4 billion in relief from school property taxes. The program is available for homeowners with incomes of less than $500,000. Pinterest is starting to crack down on the spread of misinformation on its site. Pinterest blocking some search results in an effort to stop the spread of unsubstantiated health claims. The social media company specifically banned search terms related to vaccines to curb anti-vaccination posts from spreading on the platform. The company said most shared images on Pinterest relating to vaccination cautioned against it, which goes against established medical guidelines and research showing that vaccines are safe. Pinterest said it's also blocking searches for unproven cancer therapies, citing a similar spread of misinformation. The move comes as Pinterest files for an IPO with an expected valuation of $12 billion.
Instead of saying no results for this search, to actually say, to learn more about this topic and direct someone to a reputable site. So that's where I think that they failed in terms of reaching their goal, which was preventing misinformation, because they're not really helping give people correct information.
Right. Public health experts here in the Twin Tiers responding to that move today, saying Pinterest may have missed the mark, but they also say it's up to us as individuals to make informed decisions. Our Elizabeth Worthington will have more on this story coming up on 18 News at 5:30. President Trump's former attorney Michael Cohen is telling Congress today that the president is a con man and a cheat, but the White House says Cohen is an admitted liar and nothing he says today should be believed. Blaine Alexander has the latest from Capitol Hill.
Michael Cohen, President Trump's former confidant and lawyer, today publicly turning on his old boss.
I am ashamed because I know what Mr. Trump is. He is a racist, he is a con man, and he is a cheat.
Speaking before the House Oversight Committee, Cohen says President Trump knew his longtime political advisor, Roger Stone, was in contact with WikiLeaks during the 2016 campaign about possible dirt on Hillary Clinton.
He was a presidential candidate who knew that Roger Stone was talking with Julian Assange about a WikiLeaks drop on Democratic National Committee emails.
Roger Stone has denied working with WikiLeaks. Cohen also bringing documentation to show the president reimbursed him for hush money payments made during the campaign. Republicans eager to discredit Cohen, who was headed to prison in part for lying to Congress.
The first announced witness for the 116th Congress is a guy who is going to prison in 2 months for lying to Congress.
President Trump in Vietnam with North Korea's Kim Jong-un tweeting about Cohen. He is lying in order to reduce his prison time, though Cohen's testimony will not reduce his sentence. Cohen says he lied to Congress because he believed the president wanted him to. Blaine Alexander, NBC News, Washington.
Well, hey, Twin Tiers, and good afternoon. Happy Wednesday. We're dealing with this clipper system that's still residing over our area. That's what's spreading the lighter snow, and you can see that right now on the Elmira Skycam. We're dealing with very limited visibilities out there this afternoon, so just use caution when hitting the roads. That winter weather advisory is still in place for the entire viewing area, so that's all the counties that are highlighted in purple, even for areas off to the east, the north, and even over to the west. So this is actually going to remain in effect heading into the rest of today into early Thursday morning, as we could potentially deal with snowfall rates anywhere from a ½ inch to an inch per hour around 1 to even 4 o'clock later on this afternoon. Possibly dealing with a slight break from all the snow activity as we head around 4 to 5 o'clock. So right around dinner time, we could be dealing with a slight break from all that snow. But this is what satellite radar is actually picking up right now. You can see that traveling in from the north and west, tracking eastward this afternoon. Again, this is a clipper system, so what that is a pretty fast-moving low-pressure system that builds in from Canada. It's also going to increase our wind speeds and also bring us much colder temperatures. And you can see all that snow still impacting the entire viewing area this afternoon, dropping our visibility. So we're looking at only seeing up to a mile for us here in Elmira, even as you head up north towards Watkins Glen. Down in Troy, only reporting up to 4 miles being seen at the moment as you dip down to the south in Bradford County. Only 3 miles being seen for you all down in Towanda, 1 over in Hornell. So taking you throughout the next couple of hours, right around 4 to 4:30, that brief break in the snow that I was just talking about earlier, we're going to be dealing with a brief dry slat that's going to be building in from the south, tracking northward. So it's going to try and push this line of snow showers just to the north of Chemung County. So you can kind of see it's kind of hovering over Watkins Glen, Ithaca, even just to the south of Hornell. Then the system is going to continue to dip down to the south and east, and it's actually going to continue to invade every location of the Twin Tiers around 8 to 8:30. So this is the next round of snow that we're going to be dealing with, possibly dealing with light to heavy snow showers at times. Again, keep in mind, this could really impact your evening commute if you have any overnight plans. You might just want to reschedule. Just maybe stay inside. Today's a great day to stay indoors, as we're going to be dealing with possible snow-covered roadways, and limited visibilities are still going to remain the case even as we head into the next couple of hours and even overnight. But we're going to try and kick the system off to the north and east right after midnight. We're going to try and deal with mainly dry conditions as we welcome your Thursday morning. And then that cloud cover is actually expected to dissipate. We're actually going to welcome a mixture of sunshine and clouds in the forecast as we head into your Thursday afternoon. But additional snowfall amounts on average, anywhere from 1 to 5 inches of snowfall, certainly can't be ruled out for northern portions of Schuyler County, along with Bath and even over in Hornell around northeast Steuben County. But for us here in downtown Elmira, along with Corning, on average around 3 to 4 inches. Lower amounts will be for areas in the northern tier, higher amounts for areas in the southern tier. Right now we're dealing with temperature readings sitting in the upper teens to lower 20s, and our winds right now are out of the east, anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Pretty calm out there right now, but it's making it feel much colder out there. So here for us in downtown Elmira, we're currently sitting at 20 degrees, but it's feeling close to the single digits for other areas, even feeling like 7 degrees over in Sayre, Athens, and Waverly. 9 degrees down in Towanda, 8 over in Troy, and feeling like 8 degrees over in Hornell. So taking you through the next couple of hours, temperatures will really have a hard time hitting that 30-degree mark as we head into the rest of the afternoon. And then we actually look to hit that 30-degree mark mainly as we head after midnight tonight. Then that colder air works in, so we're going to be dropping to the lower 20s. Some of us could actually drop down to the upper teens heading overnight. It really just depends on how much cloud cover we deal with. But that chance for snow looks to taper off right around midnight, right around 12:30 to 1 o'clock. And then we're looking mainly dry as we welcome your Thursday morning, but there could still be some slick spots on the roads for your day tomorrow as you're traveling to work or school tomorrow. But we're going to actually welcome a mixture of sunshine and clouds. High temperatures tomorrow topping out in the low 30s, mid to upper 30s for Friday, with that chance for flurries in the forecast, and then looking slightly unsettled as we welcome the upcoming weekend. So a lot going on today.
Yes, definitely. Well, thank you so much. That does it for 18 News at Noon. We'll see you again at 5.
Have a good day.